Today I'm going to talk about personal responsibility, taking personal responsibility for things, not going ahead and letting uh, kind of outside perspectives, outside views going ahead and blaming those things for situations in your life. So when something happens, I always kind of like delve deep down in myself, and I kind of say, hey, what did I do to go ahead and cause this situation? And if I look through it and see, okay, I did this, I associated with this, I took this step, I took that step, then I'm going to see, okay, so next time I don't have to take this step or associate with this or associate with that. And I put the onus on myself. I feel like so many people in this culture, and even I used to be a victim to this. Will say, "Oh, it's the rain's fault, or it's the blah blah blah's fault," and won't take responsibility for themselves in terms of not bringing the umbrella or whatever onus there is, and that's debilitating for mental growth, and it's debilitating for spiritual growth too. You're going to want to see how you got into this or that. Sometimes, just some self-reflection will really help your future choices. And I'll sometimes say, hey, Zach, that was really stupid. Why did you go ahead and do that? And other times I'm like, hey, Zach, that was like fantastic. That was like a really, really good choice. But either way, learning from it and then moving on and hoping to make a better choice in the future. And if something bad did happen, I'm not going ahead and blaming that bad thing or someone else for it. I'm going ahead and blaming myself and saying, how can I do better? Even there could be a circumstance where, let's say, the government screws something up on your taxes, which I've had before. Mislabeling something, and then the accountant has to go back. But that's just a circumstance to work out. Once I contacted my accountant and I figured out it was just a mistake, the accountant said, "Oh, all I have to do is contact the IRS." It was like, boom, no brainer. Just push it aside. It doesn't affect me anymore. But some people might fret about it and they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I got this letter from the IRS. What am I gonna do?" Da, 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 da. But remember that everything you're doing hopefully is above board and correct. And if you have from the personal circumstances that I'm talking about, I had an accountant and I knew I had paid my taxes, and so I knew there was obviously nothing to worry about. But then I contacted him and he was like, "Oh, this is just a mislabelment. They sometimes make these mistakes. It's probably just someone checked the wrong box." And so he went ahead and got in contact with him, and it was resolved in a second. But these are the sort of fretting things that you don't want to. I don't want to blame this woman who checked the wrong box, or get into worrying or get into blaming. You just kind of evaluate the situation, take it head on, and then see how you move forward without taking any blame on anyone else. I always like to put the onus on myself, like I said. There will be so many circumstances in life where you'll be like, "Oh, this isn't fair. This person did this person." So what? Life really isn't fair. Someone's born 6'5", has crazy athletic skills and ends up in the NBA, making 25 million a year. Other people, are born 6'5", no athletic skills, and end up, working in a construction site. So, it's just, you have to make your own luck. And going ahead and blaming outside forces is never a smart decision, and always taking onus on yourself. How can I be better in the next circumstance? How can I prepare better for the next circumstance? How can I perform better in the next circumstance? These are all just one of the most important things I feel like in my life. I've had some fantastic people, like my rock in my life, and it's not even, you know, a girlfriend, or it's my best friend since I've known since I've been like 13 years old. This guy Wyatt, you know, he is such a pure dude. Like, I'm telling you, nothing really gets to him, and he always seems to like handle the situation in the best way. I mean, I've even had circumstances where I've been like, you know, pissed off at him, and I know he's been pissed off at me, and he's come around and like, just because he's the bigger man, and you know, I've learned from him. And I used to have a bit of like a anger issue as well, where, you know, sometimes road rage and stuff. And you know, he would just be, Zach, this is so stupid, what are you doing? And you know, I asked him, you know, because we at one point we were doing business together, and like I said, we're more like brothers, so spending almost every day together when I wasn't with like a girlfriend or whatever. And I would just say, hey, Wyatt, if I'm getting in that sort of mood or whatever, just remind me, you know, that's so stupid, and just start, you know, kind of making fun of me. So I calmed down a bit, and he did it. And I'll tell you, lo and behold, like, it helped me a lot. So, you know, the sort of, even if you feel like you can't control yourself in certain situations, maybe others can help you go ahead and help you see in a better way, in a better light. And I can tell you now, I have so much more self-control because I am that regulator now. I can literally see Wyatt in the back of my head, like, Zach, what the fuck are you doing? Or, you know, like, it's stupid, you know, like, who cares about this guy who honked at you or who flicked you off? Like, this stuff doesn't matter. I mean, it's just amazing, you know, the stuff that happens. And you know, it's yeah, life is a trip. And you know, surround yourself by good people, and take responsibility for your own mishaps and for your own faults, because that's the only way you're going to grow. Hey, everyone, have a wonderful day. Just a little self-help. My name is Zach Moses. I'm the CEO of New D's. Check us out anytime at newds.com if you need a website, app, or any marketing help whatsoever. Have a great day.